Hi everyone, welcome to Lab Practices with me, AWS Introduction to Cloud 101. I think my score was not enough to pass Lab 1, but my session time is expired. I don't know, Lab kept closing and my buckets disappeared. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was the internet was cut. I really don't know. But anyway, I'm going to do the second one now. But before I start all the tasks and instructions, I will go through them first before I start the lab. And I will try to understand what I need to do so I can save some time because the lab closes so quick. And this one is a little shorter. It says 45 minutes. But again, total time I have 180 minutes and my keeps getting interrupting me, and if I don't know if I end the lab, everything I do will close or disappear. That's why I will be more careful this time, and I will try to go through instructions and see what I need to do so I can be more careful. But let's start, and I will first go to instructions. Good morning. I started yesterday, but I haven't started the lab yet. So we are going to practice today. If you are learning on AWS Educate, this is the second lab on the Introduction to Amazon 101, I guess, Amazon Cloud 101. And I'm doing the second lab today. It's 45 minutes, but I'm just going to drink my coffee first. I send kids to school, and now I'm going to practice. I have a little bit of time, so I'm going to share with you as well. But first, I'm going to watch some YouTube videos, and I like watching Amy, and she had a vlog post yesterday, and I wasn't able to watch. We watched a show, animation on Netflix with kids, which was quite good, but a little bit scary for little ones. So we had to pass through some of the scenes, but it was nice, and we weren't able to finish it because this 3.5 years old, he was bored and he wanted to watch different cartoons. So we are going to watch it tonight. But I'm really wondering the end of the show. I'm going to share with you here. I forgot the name of the animation, so it was quite good. And I like watching Amy. If you haven't seen her channel, if you like to see, I'm going to share it with you. So I will see you in a bit after I finish my coffee. Bye. Okay, everyone, let's get back to work now. I love watching Amy, such a motivation for me, and I like to start the day with her. She says having her vlogmas right now, but only four times a week. So I really enjoy watching her. Okay, I'm going to start the lab. I hope I can finish it on time this time, because last time I wasn't able to pass and there were time limitations, and I didn't know how to close the lab or if I'm going to lose the details or anything. So I'm just going to start and finish this time, and I know that kids are not going to come right now, and I really want to pass this time. It's going to be a good motivation for me. I don't mind if I fail as well, because I mean I can study more, but it's good to pass. Okay, the lab is ready. I'm going to open the AWS console, take it out as usual. I think we are going to start with EC2 launch instance. We are going to launch an instance and add a name EC2. Now I'm getting familiar with AWS management console, so it's a little bit easier for me. Hope this is nothing. Okay. Instances, launch an instance, name, and name tag section. Name tag, where is name tag section? Okay, name and name tag. Web server, line and server. Choose the add additional tags. Resource type, drop down is instance. Drop down, instance, volumes. Instances and volumes. Instances and volumes are selected. Choose Amazon machine. Okay. Now we are going to again save it. Launch instance. Keep your name. Okay. Enter web server. Add additional test resource type. Choose an Amazon machine image. Quick start. What do I do with this one? Is it going to just stay here? Application and okay, here. I'm a little bit confused. I thought I'm going to go somewhere else. Machine image section, name and tag section, instant type, keypair, which part? It is just below the name and tag section in the machine image box. Notice that Amazon Linux 2 MI is selected. Linux 2 here. Okay, by default, keep this setting. Choose an instance type. 2-3 Mac. This is 1 GB. 1 virtual CPU. Okay, keep the default instance. Configure a key pair. Okay, in the key pair login section, from key pair name required dropdown, let's choose proceed without a key pair. Name required, proceed without a key pair. Configure the network. Network select settings section. Choose edit. Network set section. Storage. Network settings here. Security group section. Security group name required. Edit first. And from the VPC required. Choose lab VPC. Lab VPC was created using AWS Cloud Formation template during setup process. Subnet in 2 different availability zones. Network settings section. Security group name required. Network security groups. Security groups. Inbound security group name required. Web server security. Web server security group. Web server security group. Security group acts as a virtual file that controls the traffic for one or more instances. When you launch an instance, you associate one or more security groups with the instance. You add rules to each security group that allows traffic to or from its associated instances. You can modify the rules for a security group at any time. In this lab, you do not log into your instance using SSH. Removing SSH access improves the security of the instance. Delete the existing SSH rule. Next, security group rule 1. network. Next to security group role 1, choose remove. This is going to be removed. Add storage. Amazon EC2 stores that on network attached. Virtual is called Amazon Elastic Block Store. You launch EC2 instance using a default 8 GB 8 GB. Disk volume. This is your root volume, is known as boot volume. In the configure storage pane, configure storage. Keep the default storage configuration. Okay. Configure advanced details, expanding advanced details here. If you want to prevent users from accidentally terminating the instance, termination protection. Where is it? File system. I'm not able to see. Under advanced network configuration, termination protection, termination, delete on termination. Termination protection drop down list, choose enable termination protection. Delete or termination. Termination. Maybe here. Finally. Enable termination protection. Okay. When you launch an instance in EC2, you have options passing user data to instance. This command can be used to perform common automated configuration tasks and even run scripts after the instance starts. Copy the following command and pass them to user data text box. We pass them into the user data text box. The script does the following. User data here. The script does the following. Install an Apache web server, configure the web server to automatically start on boot, activate the web server, create a simple web page. Okay, launch an instance. Summary section, choose launch instance. Launch instance. Okay, view all instances. Pending will be in pending state, then which means it's being launched. It then changes to running, which indicates that the instance has started booting. There will be short time before you can access the instance. The instance receives a public domain server system name that you can use to contact the instance from the internet. Okay. DNS. Instance has a DNS. Okay. Next to your web server, select check box. The details tab display the detailed information about your instance. Okay, web server. Next to your web server, instances. On the web server, select checkbox here. Details. Can I take this up? Okay. Tab displays detailed information about your instance. To view more information, details tab, drag the window provider upward. Okay, that I did already. Details, security, and networking tabs. Wait for the instance to display following running. Instance running. Status check is not completed. Shall we refresh? Not completed yet. Monitoring your instance. Monitoring is an important part of maintaining the reliability, ability, and performance of the EC2 instance and your AWS solutions. Choose the status check tab with instance status monitoring. You can quickly, we are going to just wait a little bit more. It's the status checks here. Okay, notice the both system reachability instance reachability check have passed. Not yet. Almost there. Okay, not yet. We are going to wait for a while. Okay, now it's running. Status checks are passed. Okay. Choose a monitoring tab. Monitoring. Amazon EC2 sends metrics to Amazon CloudWatch for your EC2 instance. Basic 5-minute monitor is enabled by default. You can enable detailed 1-minute monitoring. Actions, monitor, and troubleshoot. Monitoring. Shall I just go inside? Here maybe. Actions, monitoring, troubleshoot. Get system log. Okay. The system log displays the console output of the instance, which is a valuable tool for diagnosing problems. It's especially useful for troubleshooting. Before some daemon can be started, if you do not see any system log, wait for minutes and then try again. Scroll through the output and note that HTTP package was installed from the user. Host gateways and the entries in the system log should be similar to the following example. Cloud init, verifying, installing, verifying, installed. HTTP package. Cleanup, verifying, processing, installing. I couldn't note the HTTP part. To return the Amazon EC2 Cloud dashboard, choose Cancel. I couldn't locate HTTP. Install one package, download size, package. Cleanup, updating. Too much for me. Where? System log. Shall we read that again? At the top of the page, choose Actions drop-down inventory. System log displays the console output of the instance, which is the valuable tool for diagnosing problems. It's especially useful for troubleshooting kernel problems and service configuration issues that could cause an instance to terminate or become unreachable before its SSH daemon can be started. If you do not see a system log, wait a few minutes. Scroll to the output and note that HTTP package was installed from the user data that you added when you created the instance. The entries in the system log should be similar to following example. It doesn't say HTTP So maybe here, HTTP tools. Is it this one, cloud init? I think it's here. This is what it's telling me. Complete. Okay, complete. This must be it. It's easy. It's better to read through them because I don't do that often. I try to go quickly and jump. To return the Amazon Easter, just cancel. Where is it? Sorry. System log, cancel. Okay. Web server selected from actions, monitor troubleshooting, get in screenshot, monitoring, get instance screenshot. This option shows you that EC2 Instance console would look like if the screen were attached to it in essentially a command line interface. Okay. If you are unable to reach your instance via SSH or RDP, you can capture a screenshot of your instance and view it as it is an image. This option provides visibility about the status of the instance and allows the quicker troubleshooting. At the bottom of the page, choose cancel. Cancel. Okay, web server selected. Details. Copy public IP address on the details. Copy public IP address. In your browser, open a new tab. Shall we do that here? Let me see what it says. Browser name, paste the IP address and that you just copied and then press enter. Are you able to access the web server? Why not? Is it public? Web server because security group is not permitting inbound traffic to port which is used HTTP web request. This is demonstration of how to use a security group as a firewall to restrict the network traffic that's allowed in and out of instance. To correct this issue, you now update the security group permit web traffic. Okay. On port 80. Keep the browser tab open. EC2 Management Console tab. EC2 Management Console tab. In the left navigation pane, choose Security Groups. Security here. Here. Security Groups. Next to the web server security group, select inbound. Choose the inbound rules. Okay. Edit inbound rules tab. The selection group currently has no rules. Choose edit inbound rules and then choose add rule. Edit inbound rules. Add a rule. Type HTTP anywhere custom anywhere IP4 v4 00. We recommend setting group rules to allow access from IP address only. While this is true and common best practice, this lab allows access from IP address anywhere to simplify both the security group's configuration and testing of the website running on your EC2 instance. Choose Save Rules. Return to the web server browser tab with public IP address that you previously opened. Save rules, info description, maybe no. Return the web browser that you public IP address. Hello from your web server. Resizing your instance type BEBC volume. As your needs change, you might find your instance is overutilized, too small, or underutilized, too large. If so, you can change the instance type. For example, use EC2 macro instance is too small for its workload, you can change to M5 medium instance. Similarly, you can change the size of the disk. Okay. On the management console, instances, check the web server. At the top of the page, instance state, stop instance. Stop. Okay. Change the instance state stop. Select the checkbox actions, instance settings. Instance settings. Change instance type. Change instance type. Instance again. I will just wait because it's not appearing here. I'll just refresh the page to see that it's stopped. Instance settings not visible. Oh, sorry. Instance settings. Okay, now it's ready. Instance type, select T2 nano. Change instance type. T2, T by T down. T2, this one, and apply. You are restricted from using other instances types in this lab. Resize EC volume. On the left navigation, choose volumes. We are going to change the size. Actions, modify volume. Select this one, actions, modify volume. We are going to change it to 10. And choose modify. Modify and choose modify. Okay. In the left navigation page, choose instances and web server instance, start instance. Okay, instances. We are going to start the instance again. Start the instance. Started. Explore EC2 limits per region basis. In the left navigation page, close limits. Choose limits. Sorry, limits. Load balancer limits. There was error. There is a limit on the number of instances you can launch in region. When launching an instance, the request must not cause your usage to exceed the current limit that region. You can request instance for many of these limits. Testing termination protection. You can delete your instance when you no longer need it. This is referred to as terminating your instance. You cannot connect to restart the instance after it has been terminated. In this task, you learn how to use termination protection. In left navigation page, choose instances, web server instance state, terminate instance. Terminate instance state, terminate pop-up, choose terminate. At the top of the page, instance state. Termination protection is enabled. Web server instance state drop-down, choose terminate instance. From the terminate instance pop-up window, choose terminate. From the terminate instance pop-up, doesn't show me terminate instance. I think we already enabled the protection. At the top of the page, a message says failed to terminate instance. The instance may not be terminated. Modify its disabled at termination instance attribute and try again. This message is safeguarded to prevent the accidental termination. If you really want to terminate this, you need to turn off the termination protection. Submitting your work. Let me see the grades. This is not graded. Okay. So do I need to terminate the instance? May not be terminated. Modify its disabled API termination instance attribute and try again. Okay, failed to terminate the instance. I think we already security. Maybe it's not running yet. Let's wait a little bit till it starts running properly because my termination process doesn't work. Okay, it's back and running again. I'm going to try now. Still not showing. Oh, it was just showing right now. Okay, on the security, let me try to see the instance. The instance, the failed to terminate of the instance may not be terminated. Modify its disable API termination instance attribute and try again. Disable API. It's disable API termination. Disable. Low change security group. Look instance settings. Change termination protection. Let me try again. So I guess I needed to terminate it in the end, so I found a way. I'm going to refresh this, see if it's shutting down. I'm just going to wait a little bit until it's terminated in case there is something wrong and I don't get graded. Okay, terminated. I'm just going to submit the work. This was shorter and was easy to concentrate. The first one I think was a little bit more difficult because there was coding involved, and when you are doing coding, even one line can be the grades are not coming yet, can be riskier. Okay, it's going to get graded. I already submitted my work. Does it say submit again? Okay, I think I will get grades later on, and I will see you in my next lab. See you, bye.